Welcome inside the calm before the storm. Ladies, 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 I got the heartthrobs of R&B with me, and you ladies have been loving these cats ever since they stepped on the scene. 1996 was a very good year, and I want to take these cats back to 1996. They're the last of the Mohegans, in my opinion, for the 90s. Wow. And you know what? We're talking about the original members. I love it, love it. 112 is with us. We got Slim. We got Deron with us. We got Q. We got Mike.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, just say hello.
What up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
What's cracking?
What up?
1996.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
sir. Yes,
This
sir.
is
21
2017.
It's crazy. 21 years.
It is crazy, isn't it? When you guys look back to that moment, and I don't know if the story is the same story, in the parking lot,
Oh, yeah.
did you think 2017 you guys would be going strong? And I assume that you did, but what's your thoughts on it, Deron?
I say, yeah. I mean, I think, like, just from the beginning, like, when we started singing, we had a purpose, and we was like, yo, we really want to create the best group. And the whole thing with that was just making sure we had 4 lead singers. And so we went about doing that. We put together the group that we have, and it's 4 lead singers. We practice in Mike grandmama house for hours and hours at a time. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we never doubted it. A lot of people put college aspirations and things like that to the side to come to New York and sign with Puffy. So we always knew that we would be here for a long time.
How scary was that, Slim?
Oh my goodness, I was the person that one of the people.
Yeah.
I was also, we had to convince the parents that this was the right move. You know what I'm talking about, Q?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But Q, you guys was doing church things too.
I mean, yes. I mean, church is the foundation of 112. One of the foundations of 112. So we were very active in all of our own different churches. And you can imagine getting an R&B record deal, what that did for our church community. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us, man, were shunned and told that you can't sing that type of music. Growing up in my house, and it's the same thing for everybody. We couldn't really listen to secular music or R&B music.
Really?
So we would have to sneak and listen to, Boys to Men and Jodeci and all those type of artists.
Especially
just to get to it. Yeah.
Really? But Mike, what? All right, because you just quoted a scripture. Well, not a scripture, but a famous mama quote.
That's a mama
You
quote.
can't serve two gods.
Serve two masters.
You can't serve two masters. For real.
Right.
So how difficult was it for you?
It was very difficult, man. It was very challenging.
Somebody had to lie in the group saying you're going to church rehearsal or something.
No, but it wasn't that deep as far as church. But we did lie and say that we were going over each other's house to rehearse when we were actually going to talent shows to perform.
But come on, this is Atlanta. You're talking about Atlanta.
Yeah, but
the word didn't get out?
The word got out. No, let me tell you why it didn't. Because the people that saw past, just it being about going to church and not going to church, knew that what we were doing was for the right thing for us. So they encouraged us and basically blocked us from, all the stuff the ancillary things that were going around us. Stay focused on this. My mother, once she realized that I was serious about this, and we were serious about it, she said I would much rather them being at my mother's house singing, and I can keep my eye on them, as opposed to them being out on the street somewhere, and who knows, God knows what would have happened with them. So it worked out for them, but they were nervous. Though,
well, you know what they say: lead a child in the way he should go, or she should go.
Come
and
on now.
Stray away, right?
Well,
now, come on now. Come on now. Little church me too.
Come on now.
112 with us tonight. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let's go back into 96. That's you will do, sir. You guys changed and got a little nastier. Come on, let's keep it real. When Peaches and Cream came out, I'm like, Peaches and Cream? That was Ultra League Quiet Storm material right there. Go ahead, please. Make it your best explanation.
Here we go. Now, I don't know, around that same time, I don't know if you recall, but D'Angelo had a record out called Brown Sugar.
Okay.
And basically he was subliminal with it because he was talking about something other than what everybody thought he was talking about. Okay. So we were like, how are we going to talk about subject A and still get it across the mainstream, And so what we did was we got slick with it, and we created Peaches and Cream, trying to be as subliminal as we possibly could. So that's where the whole, if you listen hard enough, you know what we're talking about.
You got Slick with it, and you brought Slim on that bad boy.
Right. So you know, it was real slick, man. So you know, we made it so slick, man, that it took them a while to figure it out, but once they figured it out, it was a hit. So you know, they couldn't really back down from it at that point.
I didn't know how the ladies were going to take that at first when you guys released it, man. But you know, to this day, I'm sure you cannot do a show.
Oh yeah,
you sure cannot.
They want to hear Cupid. They definitely want to hear Peaches of Creek.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And I
So cats, gentlemen, it's been 12 years now, right?
yeah.
Okay. There's a lot going on in 12 years.
Yeah.
How many babies have been added to the family now? Deron, we'll start with you.
Well, I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? So, and
You're going to stop there? I'm
going to stop there.
You don't, maybe one more?
I'm going to stop there.
Okay. All right. Slim?
Oh no, mine's 17, 19, and 21. You feel me? Like, look, listen, man. You know, I said, you know, I was a product. See, I blamed them too. I blame them too.
You've been pointing the finger.
I'm blaming them too because see, with the group, you know what I mean, being a part, and I have to take a part, but they helped this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're uncle.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Because the first, second, and third album, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
sir.
that's when my boys came. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You can just see the age.
A lot of love in those
17,
albums.
19.
A lot of love.
Yeah.
Mike, how did the family grow infrastructurally for you?
Basically, you know, I have two little girls now, and they. It's important to me now. You know, more so than anything that I leave them with the legacy and the mindset that their fathers and their uncles are on the straight and narrow.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So a lot of what we're doing with our music, in our album, which will be out October 27th, it talks a lot about life and love and relationships, and we've brought back the subject matter in our music. You know, it's not that, you know, these H's ain't loyal, you know what I mean? Like that blunt, you know, which is, you know, and to his credit, it is successful in today's music, but now that's not 112's music. So we were cognizant of the fact that, you know, I have, you know, little girls that, you know, are listening to these songs, and I don't want my children to be, you know, looked upon as anything else but the queens that they are. So
I know that's right.
that's what, you know, that's where I am with it, man. I will say this, my 19-year-old son is at TSU right now, and I couldn't be proud of my son.
There you go, brother.
You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
full ride, man. Full ride.
I'm
Music
proud of you
scholarship.
guys, man. I'm
Yes,
proud
sir.
of you brothers.
Appreciate that,
You know,
man.
really, really am, man. We're going to talk about dangerous games.
Yes.
Is this a relationship situation, gentlemen, or that we need to talk about?
I tell you what, man. Our music is like anything. Q says it best. We talk about our music as if it is a guideline or a guidebook to how we interpret a relationship and how it should be ran. You know what I mean? So we, based on our experiences, we put it through music, we put it through songs, so people can say, you know what, I went through that same thing, but I just did not know how I was gonna, you know, get out of that situation. But you know what, 112 did a song called, Dangerous Games or something like that, man, and you know, and it helped me get through something, man, because we've actually had conversations with people that have said, like, you know, Cupid helped them out. It's a song we had on called I'll Be There that helped them out. It's over now. It's a record, you know, that, you know, when a guy just, you know, doesn't know how to, you know, just confront his woman and you know, hey, what is this? Numbers in your pockets, and like what's
a wrap,
what's
man.
all that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What is all that?
So Dangerous Game is definitely one of those songs, man, where, you know, it basically is twofold. You know, it's talking about how a relationship can get twisted on both sides of it. Like, you feel like you're the cheater and you end up being the cheatee.
Soft and warm. The Quiet Storm is on the way, ladies. Do not move. Just get ready. Pour a glass of wine. You deserve to treat yourself tonight. I got the fellas in place, the crooners of crooners.
Yes.
That's right, man. The 112 crooners.
Too smooth.
In the building.
They are smooth.
He's
They
so
are
smooth.
too
so
smooth.
smooth.
No,
man. He's so
you
cool
know how
with
I'm
it.
I crack a
smooth.
smile every time he talks.
No. I'm smooth because I pay attention to you,
man.
brothers.
No,
I'm a fan. I am a fan, Slim, for real. I'm a fan of the group,
Can't help
man.
it, man. Every time I just crack that
Man, we
smile.
learned
Like,
it.
okay.
Nah, man. Look, I
good.
pay attention. You know, look, I'm an older, seasoned man now,
That's
trying
right.
to learn from the brothers, you know, and you brothers are great inspiration for me. So trust and believe.
Man, we appreciate
I
that,
hear what
man.
you're trying to do to me, Deron. That's
I'm
cool.
just telling you.
Nah, man, real recognize real, man.
But I want to.
Yeah.
Can we talk about really real quick some of the other subject matters that relates to relationships on this forthcoming album? Like, give me another area.
There's a song called Residue, and it just talks about, you know,
That's a loaded.
the title.
That's
Yeah,
a loaded situation.
the title itself, but it really confronts just how you can be in a relationship for a while and you can sweep things under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we're in relationships and we sweeping things under the rug and we don't even realize it. And all of a sudden we explode.
You know, ladies have a tendency to say to us, men, or make statements that we are not good communicators.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I think sometimes, because it's like you don't want to say this direct thing because this direct thing that you need to say to get off your chest, it's going to cause somewhat of an explosion as it is. So sometimes you'll tuck that away, but while you're tucking it away, you're tucking more and more away, and when it finally comes out, it's going to be a big explosion. But getting back to the song actually talks about how, you know, the residue is no more because we've confronted these things now.
That's what's up. Communication is quintessential. Slim, tell me, give me another relationship situation that's on this album. Because we know we got some sex on this album.
Yeah. And
we got some sex on this album.
I mean, because it loses with that. Yeah, come over. You know, when we're just being, we're just letting a young lady we're grown. It's grown man talk here. So, you know, sometimes you got to let a girl I understand the chase and you know what I mean, and we love it, right?
Right.
But sometimes, you know, I want to pick up that phone and I want to call that girl and say, you know you want me to come over. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you didn't call me as fast as I wanted you to. Maybe I got you on my mind a little bit more than what you might think. You know, I'm just gonna give you a little push.
See?
You know you want me to come over, right?
You see?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
You see?
Right.
That's how I learned. Exactly. Because for a shy brother like me, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't do that like that. You know, I have a hard time communicating sometimes. I know I'm a communicator, but you know, it can be very, very hard. Yeah. But you said something that's very old school.
Yeah.
You said pick up the phone. Do people really do that now? Wow. Because we text.
Yeah, that's why I said grown man talk.
Yeah,
because
grown man,
I mean, that's the problem with us communicating. Communicating is, to me, is not texting. Texting, you can take words out of context. You know what I mean?
They have no feelings.
Yeah,
No
because
doubt.
the computer's involved now. Like, this guy doesn't have any heart or soul. He's just a computer. Like, so he's in the middle of y'all.
Exactly. Q?
So the song that I would say, Lenny, is a song entitled "Both of Us," and it's a record with Jagged Edge. Never been done before. Two of the dopest groups from the '90s
That's right.
getting together on one record. But the song basically talks about, you know, what we do, being away from home, being on the road all the time. That is really done for the benefit of the both of us. You know, a lot of times, you know, they'll think that life is just about the fun and games of what happens on the road. But, you know, once you get older and mature, it really becomes a job that we just love to do. And the fact that, you know, we are away from our families all the time, like, that's a strain on us too, because please believe, as we've gotten older, we enjoy the family time as well. So what we do it for the benefit of both of us.
Fact.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm a Quiet Storm guy. I believe in the art of romance.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What song on this album puts the mood in full effect?
There are several records on this album that you can choose from, which is coming out again October 27th. But I would have to say, for me, that song would be Simple and Plain. Simple and Plain basically is a record that basically speaks to this woman, tell her how much he can say all kind of, you can have a soliloquy, you can have all kind of words, all kind of, you can pull that thesaurus out all you want to, but it boils down to baby, 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 baby. If you listen to this, if you listen to the hook, you'll understand what I mean. But when you get it, you'll understand it. But it basically, I love you, and that is in its simplest form. You know what a man really wants to say. Like, see, we're not as intelligent as women are. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. So we simplify.
Got it.
And a lot of times, you know, women like, you know, he meant this, but he really no. If a man told you that's really what he meant. So if the man told you, I love you, come on, that's really what the man means. So hopefully with this record, like, you know, a lot of our female fans will understand that no, we're not trying to say anything subliminal. We're not trying to beat around the bush. I love you, simple and plain. I think that record right there will say it all, man.
And ladies, I think the ladies will appreciate the
We're honest, man. Listen, like, just being seasoned in this game, man, and you know, when we was kids, man, you know, we played the games. Now that we're a little older, we're a little wiser. The simplest way to get out of anything is tell the truth, man. Let's be honest and tell the
Can
truth.
we just keep it real?
Just keep
And
it real, man.
honest.
Just
Yes,
be
sir.
honest.
That's all I want. I really appreciate this, gentlemen.
Thank you for having
Ron,
us.
Slim, Q, Mike. Man, you guys bring back great memories for me, and
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
always honored when you guys.
It's
Can
all
kinda-
yeah. Pleasure's ours,
man.
man. Pleasure's ours.
day.
You
No,
know,
with-
one
with-
thing to you, man. Big ups to you to be doing this for so long.
It's my
and
20th,
having the
20th
longevity.
anniversary.
So when you
Oh,
talk
wow,
about
okay.
in this setting right here, how many years you say?
20, yeah.
20 years. We 21 years. I mean, the fact that we still do the job that we love to do,
Yeah, man.
and we still are active
It's a
in it,
blessing.
and still are a valuable player in the game, man. That speaks volumes, and blessings to you, man. And
Thank you,
continued
brother.
success.
I receive that.
Yeah.
Well, blessings back in return to each of you.
Thank
Because, you know, and I said this in a joking way, but I really do mean, you know, the 90s groups, man, there's so many that aren't around, especially original groups. And you guys, you started together and you're still together. I love that. And, you know, I know about the group situation because at one time in my life, before radio came in my life, I thought I was going to do this, what you're doing.
Right.
But I love the fact that you guys have sustained, overcome the obstacles, because there's always obstacles.
Oh, yes.
Overcome the differences, because there's
yeah.
always differences.
Oh, yeah.
And still understood the most important thing of what you initially dreamt of doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's with 112. It's deeper than music. You know, we're family.
Enough said. But, you know, sometimes family is questionable. So,
it
I mean,
is. Yeah, it is.
you know,
Yeah.
when I look at a group,
And there's another quotable my mother always tells me, like, just because you're related by blood don't mean you're family. So,
right, exactly.
So-
because a best
but-
friend could be just as better or stronger
Exactly.
than a family member
Exactly.
at times. It's
Exactly.
a shame, but
Exactly.
that's real talk.
Exactly.
So, look, the album drops October 27th.
October 27th. It's entitled
October
Q
27th.
Mike Slim
Q,
to
Mike,
Run.
Slim
If
to
you
Run.
come up and you ever ask what my name is, that lets me know that you ain't got our album.
Okay.
Now, wait, does your name and the picture go hand in hand?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
come on.
Q Mike Slim to Run. You know, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you should know who this man is, that man is, and who I am. So,
And ladies, I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you came up to them and said, "You're the hot and wet boys, right?"
woo, I
Or
like
say
that.
men.
Boy. That might be the new hashtag on the Instagram page, the official 112.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Wow. So look, real quick, let me talk about hobbies, and I'm gonna start with you, Slim, because I learned over the years, you know, you did something incredible. You started an incredible hobby, and I want to know, are you still doing it? I know you're into real estate.
Oh yeah.
Still doing it?
Oh yeah. It's definitely blossomed since then. So,
This guy
so-
owns a bank now.
Oh, yeah.
He must own a bank
Now that would be a.
because you got. Are you into retail? Commercial property as well as
Well,
residential?
right now it's just residential. I haven't got into like commercial. You know, that would be
That's next,
absolutely
right?
amazing. But you know, what I mean, it's definitely gotten broader as far as I like spots in Tampa. Invested in certain trucks and stuff like that. Where we deliver. Like we have a great contract over there with Kia. That's also in Atlanta, and you know we distribute it to all of the southeastern district, you know, say region in the United States. Let's see, it's so much stuff, you know what I mean, that I just put my hands into.
I feel
you know
you,
what I'm saying?
man. I feel you.
So you know,
Deron?
got to do it.
Hobbies?
Hobbies. I still like to play basketball, and I think like music is still a hobby to me too. Like I like to play different instruments, and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that.
Wow. Hey man, be careful on the ankles.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean, I
'cause-
already told my Achilles.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
I told my
Look at that,
Achilles a while
Achilles
back.
boys,
so,
yo.
so,
Careful on those ankles.
Everything we share everything.
right.
Q.
One of my hobbies now is philanthropy. I have an organization, my foundation, the Q Parker Legacy Foundation, and through that I have a men's organization, Brothers United, and we have a mentoring program, a summer camp, and it's really my passion is just giving, pouring into other brothers, pouring into the young men that are to come up,
So
and
important.
really pouring into them all that I have, all that we've experienced, so that they are better prepared to be the heads of their homes and the better fathers and husbands. And so philanthropy is
And young men these days need
they
to
need
see
it, man.
brothers
Absolutely,
like you guys.
absolutely. Yeah,
You know, they
absolutely.
really do. Mike?
I wouldn't say hobbies, you know, because what anything that I put my mind towards is for the greater good of either the group or, you know, the family. So, like you, I have been not necessarily having an organization, but I have been advocating for the Lupus Foundation, simply because my mother suffers from lupus, and she explained to me about 15 years ago that she had it, and of course, like so many other people, I was unaware of what lupus was, what it does. So I got educated and asked, with her grace and her permission, could I tell her story?
Good.
And she said, just as long as you let the world know that we that have lupus are not victims, and we don't want your sympathy. We need your help, but we don't want your sympathy, and they want to be treated with respect. So that is the thing that I advocate for.
Good.
1.5 million people in America have been are living with lupus and have no idea whatsoever. So and the crazy thing is, outside of it being an autoimmune disease, is the fact that it mostly attacks women of color ages 14 to 45.
Ooh.
That's pretty much our dynamic as far as the music is concerned. So what better way to get that message out to the people that are in our demographic, by using this platform. So that's that is one of the things that I advocate for.
Brother, if I can be of any assistance to any of your brothers in any special way, please.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Definitely here for you, man. Again, I'm proud of you, Slim, Deron, Q, Mike.
Thank you, sir.
112 with us tonight. Look out for the brand new album. It's dropping real soon, just like right around the corner. We're already in October. So
October 27th.
They connected with us via our Instagram, the official 112.
Can you guys start following me? I know I don't have as many fans, but I can use a friend.
I definitely will.
Okay, I appreciate you, brothers.
Man.
112, baby. Get
That's
ready
it,
for
man.
it.
Thank you.
Of course, Quiet Storm on the way.
Thank
Keep
you.
it right here.